This video is going to look at mixed cell referencing. You're already familiar with absolute cell referencing, which locks in both the column part of the cell reference and the row part of the cell reference. So the entire cell will be locked in as part of the formula. I'm going to create a formula here without using any cell referencing, and then we'll go through and see what mixed cell referencing is all about. So we have here two products, jeans and tops. We have a reduction amount for April, for May, and for June. So what we want to have over here is what the actual result is going to be for each product and for each month. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply jeans times the 20% and by the 40% and by the 80%. So we'll start with April, and we'll just put in our equals and click on jeans and times and 20% and enter. So the April reduction is $16, 20% of $80. So as you probably expect, when we fill that across, we're going to get zeros, because what's happening in the first cell is we are multiplying the two appropriate cells together. When we fill it to the right for May, we are multiplying nothing by 40%, and when we fill it to June, we are multiplying nothing by 80%. So what we want to do here is we want to lock in the B, column B part of the formula, and we want to make row 6 relative. So what we're going to do up here is we're going to put a $ in front of the B, and we're going to just start with that. So now we're going to fill that formula across, and we have the correct information for May and for June. Now, what if we want to also fill it down so that it covers not only jeans, but it covers tops? So if we do that, here's what happens. When we multiply tops, we're actually multiplying tops by a blank cell. For April, we're doing it for May as well, and we're doing it for June as well. So what we have to do for the second part of the formula is we also have to lock in row 6. So I'm going to go back to the first formula. So we've got $B locking in this part of the formula, but we also have to lock in the row 6. So I've clicked over here between B and 6, type in my $, hit enter, and so let's fill this across again, which works, and now also let's fill it down, and it works again. So if we look at tops, we have multiplied tops by 20%, tops by 40%, tops by 80%. So what we've done here is we have made mixed cell referencing, where we have locked in the column on one cell reference and we have locked in the row in the other cell reference. Now, something that we have done here is we've just typed in the $. You can actually use the F4 key to toggle through until it gives the correct cell reference. So what I'll do here is I'm just going to replace B2, and I'm going to click on B2, and I'm going to hit my F4 key, and that's a full cell reference, and that is locking in the row, and that is locking in the column. So that's what we want there. And for B6, I'm just going to do the same thing here. Click on B6, hit F4, and that gives a full absolute referencing, which we don't really want. I'm going to hit F4 once more, and that gives us exactly what we want. So you can use the F4 key to toggle through to get your correct cell reference. That's mixed cell referencing. It's kind of neat and necessary depending on what you are needing to calculate.